Imagine this. You're asleep in your bed, crickets chirping, the moon hanging silently above Lake Nyos, and then nothing. No bang, no fire, no warning, just silence. By morning, over 1,700 people were dead. Cows, chickens, birds, all lifeless. Entire villages frozen like time had stopped. No war, no flood. Just thin air. This isn't fiction. This happened. And what killed them wasn't visible, wasn't even smelt. It was just a cloud. Welcome to Bizilon. Today we're unearthing one of nature's most terrifying secrets, the true story of the Lake Nyos disaster. The only time in history a lake suffocated an entire region. Cameroon's beautiful death trap. On the surface, Lake Nyos is breathtaking. Nestled in the volcanic highlands of northwestern Cameroon, it's the kind of place you'd expect to see on a postcard. A peaceful, crater lake sitting in the bowl of a long-dead volcano. But underneath that glassy surface, a literal time bomb. The lake is volcanic in origin, and that's not just a geology fun fact. It means there's a magma chamber below it, slowly leaking carbon dioxide gas into the lake over decades. Picture a shaken soda bottle. The pressure keeps the bubbles trapped inside until you crack the lid. Except this time, the lid was an entire lake, the invisible killer beneath. What makes Lake Nyos terrifying is what scientists call a limnic eruption. Don't let the sciencey name fool you. This isn't a fireworks show. It's an underwater chemical massacre. Over time, CO2 dissolves into the bottom layers of water, and because CO2 is heavier than water and the lake is super deep, it just keeps sinking and building up. Think of it like someone pumping gas into a giant aquarium for years. And then, on August 21st, 1986, something happened. Some say it was a landslide. Others think it was a small earthquake. Whatever it was, it stirred the lake. And boom, the gas shot up, like uncorking death itself. The night the air went dead. Around 10 p.m., a massive, invisible cloud of carbon dioxide burst out of the lake and rolled across the surrounding hills and villages, silently. According to USGS reports, over 1.6 million tons of CO2 were released. That's the weight of 270,000 elephants, made of gas. The cloud hugged the ground because CO2 is heavier than air, and it moved fast, 60 miles per hour, like a slow-moving avalanche you couldn't see or hear. It displaced the oxygen, not toxic like cyanide, just smothering. People in the villages of Lower Nyos, Cha, and Subum just stopped breathing. Witnesses said it looked like they had died mid-sentence. Families collapsed in their beds. One survivor, Joseph Naquine, told The Guardian, "I woke up and saw that everyone was dead, even the flies. That's not a metaphor. Even the insects died. Silence where there should be life." By morning, 1,746 people and over 3,500 livestock were dead. Entire villages were quiet. Aid workers who arrived found scenes so surreal, they were convinced it was a chemical attack or supernatural event. The only hint? A strange, rusty smell and red-colored water. The New York Times later reported that CO2 had stained the water, adding to the mystery. People who survived did so by sheer luck, being uphill or far enough away to not breathe in the cloud. The haunting part? Nobody knew lakes could do this. Could it happen again? The world freaked out. Scientists flew in from France, Japan, and the United States to figure out what the hell happened. Turns out, Lake Manoon, a nearby crater lake, had done the exact same thing 2 years earlier, but it killed only 37 people, so nobody paid attention. Now they were listening. The UN called it an unprecedented natural disaster. The term Limnic eruption became a thing, and researchers realized there are other lakes like this. Lake Kivu in Rwanda holds 300 times more gas than Nyos, and there are 2 million people living nearby. Cue the global panic. Degassing the lake. So, how do you stop a lake from exploding? With a really long straw. Engineers installed degassing pipes, literally pipes that suck the deep CO2-rich water up to the surface, slowly releasing the gas in small, controlled bursts. Imagine burping the world's deadliest soda bottle. It works. The lake hasn't erupted since, but scientists still monitor it constantly because nature doesn't RSVP. And hey, next time someone says science is boring, just remind them that fluid dynamics saved thousands of lives. Nature's quietest killer. Lake Nyos looks peaceful again today. Tourists even visit the area, unaware of what happened that quiet August night. But the story of Lake Nyos isn't just about science. It's a warning that sometimes the most dangerous things are the ones you can't see. It wasn't war. It wasn't a virus. It was the Earth doing what it does, quietly, powerfully, and without asking permission. And honestly, if you had to write the plot for a sci-fi horror film, this is better than fiction. Thanks for watching Bizilon. If this gave you chills, like, comment, and subscribe for more true stories that'll keep you awake at night. And remember, not all disasters roar. Some just whisper and take your breath away.